Here are my top 10 most anticipated games for 2023 to hit crowdfunding. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Clayton, and if you're new here, I am just a geeky dad who loves talking about board games. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 most anticipated games of 2023 to hit crowdfunding. That being said, let's just jump right into things. The Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. This is going to be an amazing adventure cooperative game set in the world of Elder Scrolls. It's going to have exploration, character building, and heavy combat. Players will have the ability to customize a single hero throughout 3 adventure seasons. If players can navigate their way through the game by beating different quests, they will encounter a unique endgame modified by the choices that they made throughout the game. That way, this game is definitely going to feel refreshing every time you play. It's going to feel different. The stories are different. The quests that you go on are going to be different. The way you customize your characters every time you play through a new session is going to be different. And that's the main thing that I think this game has to offer, is how much you can customize your hero and their skills. It's going to feel a lot like Too Many Bones in some ways, but it's definitely building upon the success and the system that Too Many Bones has. But don't worry if you haven't played that. This one is not going to be overall complex. I mean, there is some complex mechanisms in the game, but if you're new to games, this is something that you can still pick up and understand if you're especially a fan of the Elder Scrolls universe. It's the type of game that you can either play with one good player group or solo, and you can switch out different players if you so wish to do so. Which is awesome, because I feel like if you're like a gamer like me that can't always get a game group together every single week, you can continue the story by either playing it solo, or maybe you have another player that wants to give it a shot and they only want to sit in for like one session. This game offers that, and I think that is great. So this is definitely a game for all types of gamers. Now let's jump into the next game. Fractured Sky by Ivy Studios, coming to Kickstarter April 11th. With some amazing components. This is an area control bidding game where you are trying to collect different falling star pieces. You are sending out airships to these different islands, and these airships will have certain tokens under them with a number. You can only put out 3 tokens, and depending on where the star piece is on the board, all players are going to be bidding to collect that piece. And the player with the highest number total value in an island will win that star piece. However, you can only place out 3 airships, I believe, at a time, and you can trick your opponents on either spreading out your airships or focusing all in one area. But there's also things that will help you increase your number as well, so you gotta be careful. There are also hidden goals that help you get extra points, and there is a bit of resource management. From what I can tell, this game looks absolutely amazing, beautiful components. Ivy Studios hits their games out of the park, especially when it comes to the components, artwork. Definitely something very unique here, and that is why I'm definitely excited for this one. Moving on, we have White Death Zombicide. Now, there are so many different Zombicide games out there, it's insane. I don't think you need every single copy. I mean, maybe if Zombicide is your favorite game, then you want to pick this one up. But why I'm excited for this one is because it is taking us back to the medieval times, which Black Plague was one of my other favorite Zombicide games next to Marvel Zombies. And it adds a new factor in it with it being cold. I hope that has a good impact to the game. The thing with Zombicide games is I just feel like they're always a great cooperative experience, and it's not really that hard of a game to learn. And that is what's great about Zombicide. Next up, I have Mistwind. Now, I talked about this on the channel before. I had a chance to demo this game at Shucks. I feel like this is a really cool pick up and deliver game. There's these cool flying whales that you're going to be using to pick up resources and deliver to different districts. You're trying to connect your different districts together by building different outposts, so it doesn't cost you to move your whale as much. Build more flying whales, but there's other things that you are focusing on. There's different abilities that you can go to around the board. You have secret quests that you're trying to complete. A bunch of different ways to gain points. Resource management. If it sounds interesting to you, I highly recommend to check it out. Again, I had a bunch of fun playing this one. I'll have a link for it down below. Dead Cells, the roguelite board game. This is a dungeon crawl game that offers a cooperative roguelite experience. This has light gameplay that can be played roughly in 45 minutes. You explore the ever-changing island of Dead Cells, and you must explore, kill, die, learn, and repeat. There are no checkpoints in this game, and you must adapt your playstyle to get past the harder enemies and areas. Now, this is from the same publisher that did The Crypto, Turning Machine, both really fun games. So I imagine this one is going to be lightweight and fun. And I'm always down for a good dungeon crawl game that can be played in 45 minutes. It's easy to hit the table. Now, another big crowdfunding game that is launching soon is Endeavor Deep Sea. This edition is set in a new era from the original game Endeavor. In this one, you are an independent researcher with the goal of trying to bring balance to marine life. Throughout the game, you are exploring new locations, researching dive sites, and publishing your findings. Next up, I have two games from Glass Cannon Unplugged. One of them is actually launching very soon, and that is Apex Legend, a miniature team versus team skirmish game with lots of terrain and combat. It will work for new gamers and will feature different ways to play to challenge experienced players. They're also working on Dying Light, the board game, hopefully launching by the end of this year. This will be another zombie survival game that is based off the very popular IP Dying Light. Not too much is really known about that one so far, but if you love the video game, I'm sure they're going to do a fantastic job with the board game. Especially if you like zombie survival games, then this one is probably a no-brainer to back. Now, let's get into the final three, which of course are by Awaken Realms. I'm a huge fan of their games, and they did announce their next three projects coming to crowdfunding. And I haven't had a chance to talk about them yet because I was taking some time off the channel to spend time with family. First off, we have S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the board game. Now, I don't get a chance to play too many video games, but if I do get a chance to play them, this is definitely a style that I like. But I don't really know too much about this one, but man, it just screams amazing. Down to the last detail of the miniature and artwork. It's going to be a cooperative, zone-crawling, story-driven game for 1 to 4 players. Explore, fight, and survive is the way to victory. Now, from my understanding of this is going to be a cooperative survival type of game where you're going to be going through different zones, trying to survive, face different waves of enemies. And I must say that the enemies just look creepy and fantastic. Definitely love the style of this one. If you played the video game, let me know in the comment section down below and what you're looking forward to about this one. Dragon Eclipse. This is going to be another big box game for 1 or 2 players where you're going to be entering a magical world of mythical beasts and ancient dragons. Explore a vivid and immersive world filled with unique creatures that you can battle, tame, catch, and train. Each creature will have their own unique deck of cards that you can use in combat and special abilities, offering endless tactical possibilities to master. You'll be adding new creatures to your roster by taming them and getting them ready for combat in the arena. Now, I just love the idea behind this, catching creatures, dragons, battling, what's not to love. Definitely looks epic. Really looking forward to this one. Last up, we have Nemesis Retaliation. Now, Nemesis has been in my top 10 for the longest time. I'm not a huge fan of Nemesis Lockdown. I find that one incredibly more difficult to win at. I still enjoy the gameplay, but Nemesis is definitely my favorite. Although with this 3rd edition, I really like the fact that you're going to be bringing the fight to the aliens. It's going to be more combat focused, which I absolutely love. I feel like that is going to be a great mechanic to use in the game, being able to kill a lot more aliens, but I'm sure there's going to be just more and more and more aliens to face off against. I'm not too sure if noise is going to be a factor, maybe if you're trying to sneak in. Not too much, again, is known about this one, but if you're a fan of Nemesis, then this is another one to look forward to. But this won't be coming to crowdfunding until the end of the year, but it's going to be a big one, and I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I still think it will have that semi-cooperative feel to it. I don't know if there's going to be secret objectives, although I don't imagine them taking that out. But regardless, let me know what games you guys are looking forward to this year in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.